going to take a look at Gabriel Gibson's match from the Gentle Art Challenge in February 2020. So they're going to get ready here and start their grip fighting. Doing a little bit of circling. And Gabriel's going to get a high collar grip and then an elbow grip. So watch, he doesn't have his thumb in. He's going to start wedging it in. He lost his grip because his thumb wasn't in there. He's going to try to re-grip. Now he's got it a little bit lower than the collarbone. So watch, he's going to start inching up with that left hand. Now he's got a dominant grip because it's above the collarbone. Now he's working it behind the back of the head. And he's working to transition that right arm, that right hand, down to the sleeve, and he breaks the grip. Now he's got good control right there. Opponent takes a shot and backs out. So let's take a look at that in slow motion. So Gabriel's got his dominant grip. He's got a decent grip on the elbow and starting to slide down. So he decides to change up, and he's going to grab the sleeve here in a second, and he's able to break his opponent's grip. So this is important because once he breaks that grip and he straightens out his arm, he does a stiff arm. You're going to see it right here coming up. He breaks the grip and then he extends that right arm out. And once you do that, it's really hard to recover. So he's got a huge advantage in terms of going for all sorts of attacks, arm drags, throws, you name it. And his opponent's going to take a shot here, even though his left arm is still bound up with Gabriel's grip. So you see, he takes a shot. He can't do anything because he only has one arm. Now this is the time Gabriel should have went in for a throw, takedown, and attack. Whenever an opponent comes in and is not successful, is backing out, that's the best time to attack. So he had a golden opportunity right there. We go back to the center of the mat here, and they're going to re-engage on their grips, and Gabriel's going to look to pull guard here. Now, Gabriel is a half guard player, but he pulls guard where he goes, sits to his butt, and brings his legs straight out here, and his opponent's able to get a knee in and bring that knee to the ground. So a better option is for Gabriel to shoot his right leg between his opponent's legs to lock onto his opponent's right leg. So that would avoid his right leg being stapled down by his opponent's shin. So Gabriel does a great job getting the underhook and coming up right away on his knees, getting a deeper grip with his right arm and getting the sweep. So he's lifting up on that belt and is able to pass the hips and get the guard pass. So Gabriel's coming up on the half guard. He's going to come up on his elbow here, almost get the sweep, and then he makes a really important adjustment. He takes that left arm and he brings it across on the other side of his opponent's back. And he's going to have a much bigger advantage here as he comes up again to try to go for the sweep. So he comes up again, and then this time his opponent's going to go right over. So now as he tries to pass, he's going to grab the belt and turn his opponent's hips. So one thing he could do to help that out a little bit more is to bring his head back and his shoulders back and his hips forward to keep on pushing the hips away. But he's with that left-handed grip, he's able to get the hips far enough away where he can drop his chest down and secure the pass. Okay, they're going to start again in side mount. opponent's going to turn his hips a little bit. Watch Gabriel get that right knee into his hip, which is doing a really good job controlling the hips. The only thing is he needs to lift up on his opponent's right hand. So he's able to get that right elbow to the ground and get back up to turtle. And so he kind of loses the position. Gabriel spins around, ends up in half guard. Now, from here, what Gabriel needs to do is really get that pressure forward with his left shoulder into the side of the neck. Start to get his hips up a little bit more and drive into the neck while getting that right knee down to the ground. Now here, his left knee is out a little bit, so his opponent can reach in and go for deep half. So he's trying to work that hand in there right now. You really need to pinch that in tight to the hip. See the opponent's going for right there. Now here's a good opportunity to start lifting up on that elbow and possibly underhooking. So his opponent brings that right arm in. And so what Gabriel needs to do is grab the sleeve with his right hand and extend that out and get his chest on his tricep. So you want to get all the pressure on the tricep and trap that arm. And what he can do is start sliding that knee up, which he's doing right now toward the head. So Gabriel's going to take the back. He feeds the collar to his other hand, goes for the lapel choke. Now it's going across his chin, which means he probably grabbed a little bit too high. So you need to drop almost chest level instead of near the collarbone and get that grip. So let's look at that in slow motion. So again, Gabriel does a good job sliding that knee up, and again, his right grip needs to be a little bit closer to the base of the sternum than toward the collarbone. And then that will allow him to get underneath the chin. And then he can also get a deeper grip on that left heel. So if he gets that a little bit farther down, he's going to have more leverage. And as you see, when his opponent turns here, that heel is going to slip off the shoulder because it's not quite deep enough. So Gabriel's got his underhook back, and then he steps over his opponent's right ankle with his left foot. And he's able to get that ankle swept out to the side. And if he got his hip in a little bit more, he'd have more opportunities to either sweep or come up and take the back. So right there, hips in a little bit more would have helped the angle on the knee. So his opponent's doing a good job keeping the distance between them, pushing them away, maintain that space, but Gabriel keeps on getting the underhook. Now his opponent's pushing on the neck, and then he kind of lets go. And so that gives Gabriel the opportunity to get his underhook again. I'm going to get here in a second. Doing a good job staying tight. So here he should come up on his elbow a little bit, keep that head tight to the chest. Again, try to sink that left arm deeper. So let's see how his opponent gets away here. So Gabriel's going to come up. So he's got good position. He's going to stay tight to the chest, but he doesn't bring his left knee down fast enough. So his left knee is up. His opponent's able to come up and lift his right knee off the ground, and is able to bring it back and sprawl a little bit, circle around. But Gabriel does a really good job spinning through and recovering his guard. And now he's going to stiff arm and just get back to his feet. So they get back to their feet. There's about 20 seconds left. And as opponent chooses to pull guard, which, given the amount of time left, probably not the best move. This is when you need to have a Hail Mary pass type move in your back pocket, like a flying armbar, because it's really hard to make up a 5-point difference in a short amount of time. So Gabriel gets the win, 5-0, and both competitors show really good sportsmanship. Great job, guys.